Visited 5 clubs, and we actually have a banner that they gave me from one of the clubs that they didn't, we did exchange, and this is the name of the club. This is not the name of the club that we are gonna be, doing with. But, I visited 5 clubs, and most of the clubs, they had, between 15 and 16 members. It was pretty sad because one of them actually didn't have any interact programs, no RILA programs, no student exchange programs. So I had the opportunity to visit each one of them and talk to the presidents and see what are the current projects that they have. What I was sharing with Lee and Tony and Doctor is the majority of the programs over there, they do work a lot with the government. And they are like more social clubs. And one of the things that I was very interested is that once they develop a project, a half of the project can be funded by the government, and another quarter of the project can be funded by another nonprofit, and sometimes the people that they really need help don't get the help because there is a lot of also corruption. But I can't say anything about the Rotary. I think as a Rotary Club, we're doing a great thing over there, and they really need the help from here. And we already, we proposed, we talked to the president of this, called Club Villarreal. And it's amazing because we can be we can have a twin club in one country or per country. Is that right, Jack? And so I visiting all the clubs in Chiclayo. The Rotary Club Villarreal is one of the most prepared. The lady is a lady, also is a president, and I think it's an incoming president is a male. She is very involved with teenagers, with youth, and all have a lot of background in business administration. They do speak English. The members are 17 members that they have in their club. They are working right now with a project in Incahuasi. That's the city that I visited. And those are the courses the Quechua speakers make. They made by hand. And
Keep them up.
yeah, I just wanna pass it out to you guys. Those are ladies that actually don't speak Spanish either.
Well, hold a minute, we'll Tony takes a
Yeah.
picture.
They don't speak Spanish, and she, the lady from, the Rotary Club Villarreal, that's one of the ladies that is actually trying to impulse, how to train these people in order to learn about business. Because understand that if people don't learn Spanish, they are very isolated in their own city.
What language do they speak?
Yeah, the Quechua, that's the decent, yeah, that's the native language of the rural. And so, and we talked to the president of RCB Real, and she said, let's start this project about training, empowering women, and how we can make them able to sell and get their business up running. So they need a lot of training in their own language, they need a lot of empowerment, and they need obviously training in business, so they can see how much profit they can get from the products that they process or they create, or the products that they create. And also, one of the things that we approached between, and it was a common thing with Rotary Club Villarreal, was helping in the construction of the orphanage. And I present that to the club, and I heard that it has been very welcomed by you guys, and I really appreciate that. And also the wheelchairs, and that's something that the lady's pretty also running with every single project that she's trying to do. But they do need the help and the oversee from one of the clubs here in the United States, because one of the things that she said that she has to encounter is the division that they have between the government and the Rotary Club. So that's something that I am planning to go in December, and I'm planning to go, hopefully, if we are doing the wheelchairs, delivery over there, I'm planning to go at that time, to see how it is, to get more knowledgeable about how we can make it smooth and quick, in a way that we can just not only serve the Rotary or put the name of the Rotary for all the projects that we have. It's more about serving the community. I saw the list of so many people that they were trying to get the help with a wheelchair. And some of the people that I visited from that list, they were not even there. So,
You got any pictures,
yeah, I have, and
photographs?
photographs, yes, I did. And when I went to Incahuasi, you know, many Rotaries that I visited, they said, yes, we have a running project, and when I went to the city, I saw that they only are 3 projects that they beneficiate the city. So I think it's more about overseeing what they are doing over there, and because Rotary clubs over there also are very limited. And I think that I speak Spanish, and I thank God for that, so they cannot drive me around. Because I do get the fact that if people are gonna get help, they are gonna get help. And that's what our purpose and the meaning of us being there, and even invite you over there, guys. That's my other also project that hopefully Jack will approve. You guys can come with me and you can see, and my house is available for you. We can hold up to 70 people. You don't have to pay for anything. No food, no 17. We can have like a whole committee of the Rotary Club over there in Chiclayo, Peru. But I am very grateful that this city is actually in the north area of Peru, close to Ecuador. We're not talking about the capital. We're actually decentralizing the help that the Rotary Club is giving. This is a key city, not just because it's my city, because I actually didn't born there. I'm born in Japan, which is like 2 hours away from this city. But I know that this area is very commercial. They have a lot of kids in the street because it's commercial. They send the kids to sell things in the street because everybody comes aboard. And that's something that I am very just grateful how the Rotary has been welcoming all those projects. And I wanna also enter another project, hopefully for the next year, is about the weaving industry that is helping a lot of those Quechua speakers in Incahuasi, which is like 4 hours away. And I don't know if you saw the pictures on Facebook. There is no actually an actual road. It's called how do you, like a trocha leaf. It's like there is no a pavement or anything. It's just a path. When you see the other car coming in, the car that is going up actually has to back up a little bit, because otherwise if you made a mistake, we all can fall. So that area where I went, it was really taking the risk. And I mean, if you wanna come, that's fine, but that's a city that is being forgotten, and many people, many politicians, many clubs, many organizations went over there, and these people never got help. So I am so glad that I went there, and we can do so much, and invite even other clubs that they would like to do something, and be there with me.
This is the way our club could make a name for himself with district and RI, if we got into a big project like that.
I was just gonna say, can a wheelchair become a district project? And in December, when you're planning to go, if there's been enough response, take the wheelchair or ship the wheelchair with you and the group that go and present it to them.
Yeah, we'll be out to the club actually.
That is why
We've done
this
it.
golf tournament is so
Yeah.
important.
We also found that we doing traveling outside the United States, you have to find, it's talking about corruption, you have to find someone you can trust locally. Doesn't even have to be a Rotarian, a person you can trust locally. If you're going to send money or you're going to send any help, it should go to that person, not to the government or even the Rotary Club. Quite not, nothing against Rotary.
That's right.
To the individual.
There's nothing against the Rotary.
No.
I think we made the difference.
What do they do for fundraisers in the Rotary?
In Peru is very different to find sources of fundraising. You either have to help a politician, or have to help any artist that will come outside. So they have a different sources of fundraising. I honestly, when I asked them about fundraising, they didn't have any projects about any activities that how they do fundraisers. They all go through the government, they all go through a different, a third-party organization in order to fund their projects.
Gifting overseas, Tony, is not
Yeah, but I think of the
Common
little girl she was
practice
telling
like
me
it is
about
here.
selling rice pudding, and has nothing, no candy, just, not even milk in the morning, just a cup of coffee, it's horrible.
Tony, there's millions of children just
I
like
know,
that all over the
I know.
world.
Yeah, I met this girl,
She's
Rosita.
I've
Rosita
seen
was
it. I've
selling
seen hundreds.
rice pudding, so all her rice pudding was still in her own box, and she had around 7 soles, which is like $3. So Rosita said, she was so desperate, she came to me and said, "Will you help me please?" And I said, "What happened?" She said, "I spilled my rice pudding and my mom is gonna hit me if I don't get all the money, because I am the oldest one, I'm helping my mom, we're 5 children, my dad is in jail." So I said, "Okay, so how much do you have there?" She said, "It's $3. $3 isn't oh gosh. So I sat down with her, talked to her, and I said, "What do you believe?" And she said, "Well, I don't think God exists," she said. I said, "Well, probably you're right, just for now, but I can tell you there are miracles that happen." So I shared a little bit of my story, and then I said, "Would you be willing to take more money so you can buy some candy for yourself?" And she said, "Yes. You're gonna have to hide it from your mom so she can't not see it." And I said, "Yes, I will. So I gave her this big bill, and she was like, and I said, "This is something that is called a miracle. I just will take it. I would say that personally this is a blessing from God. So just take it," she said. And I said to her, "Just remember that every effort that you make, it has definitely a reward. And you're helping your mom, and this is the way how life is from now, that everything can change." So we spent like probably an hour sitting there and sharing the stories. And finally she said, "Can you pray for me?" And I said, "Sure." So we prayed, and then she left. She said, "They might be looking for me," or "My mom's already scared." So finally she got the money that it was for the day, and that was definitely something that I was mentioning to Tony. That's a need over there. We need an orphanage, not just to like another orphanage, because many orphanages also they close for lack of funding. We need an orphanage that it can be overseen by any Rotary for over a year, because the system is totally different, and we can contribute so much.
Can you turn around? Turn around.
Turn around.
I'm looking for your wings.
Oh, okay, the traditional handing of the banner shot.
Or the banner shot. Okay? We're good.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you. And your quick feelings about less than a week, you're gonna be on a plane to Seoul, Korea.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited,
Wow.
mentally preparing for my 25-hour trip.
Wendy, you need to sit down with Harold and me.
Yeah,
Okay,
tomorrow
sure.
or Saturday, you
You
just,
practicing your Korean?
no.
Thank you so
No,
much,
thank
Wendy.
you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Okay,